Welcome to WaTalking. I'm Jeff.
I'm Liesl. We are Middle-Aged Adventure Walks, and this is our very first WaTalking video. Welcome.
We kind of had a preview last time.
Kind of.
You're cringing. You got a cringe look on your face. Are we
know.
cringing already?
I'm just like,
that's
what
how we
is it?
started?
I think we're just so used to not talking that talking feels so weird. But
we do practice in our rom-commies. So.
We do practice a bit in our rom-commies, and we have had a lot of feedback from people saying how delightful we are, which is lovely, and that they like to hear us talk. So
let's just walk out here and show this road to people here so they can see.
Sure.
So going that way over there, this is just basically we're going to walk, and it's like you hanging out with us. Like you're our friend and you're with us. So right here, this is like a major intersection because going that way is a lot of gated communities, and that's where a lot of the tourists hang out.
Did we say we're in Puerto Morelos, Mexico?
In Puerto Morelos, Mexico.
Puerto Morelos, we're in La Colonia right now, on La Colonia side.
And then that over there is kind of going to the main part of La Colonia.
Yeah.
And then as she turns around and the way we started, that's towards the water, and between us and the ocean is this massive lagoon and the highway, the Cancun-Tulum highway that runs north-south all the way down to Bacalar, where we are going to end up later. And we're basically on a tour of the Yucatan Peninsula. We're going to be doing the Maya train. People have divided opinions about the Maya train, but for us it really works. And that's why we're here, actually, as much as anything, right? Because we can do train travel.
We can do train travel because being a middle-aged person, not even middle-aged, just for my whole life, I'm pretty motion sicky. I'm pretty dizzy, and so train travel is great for me because I feel good on the train, and I don't always feel good on the buses, and so.
And it smells nice, the train.
It does
I mean, I wouldn't say it smells great. I mean, it doesn't smell like anything.
Yeah.
But like buses, you know, we just walked by the ADO as we were coming to set this walk up, and you know, it was a little sneaky, those buses.
It was a bit diesely.
We've had some good ADO rides on the buses, those who know. We've had some that weren't so good. So the train for us is really fun. And we actually have spent some time here now in Puerto Morelos. For those who know, been following our channel, we got a lot of videos here, and we've been here about like 3 times now. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. There you go. And right
Liesl's
now,
tripping, by the way. If anybody's wondering, she's.
I am tripping because we're talking, and I'm like, what is happening? But it's the first time, and I feel like we're just that it's gonna, and we are, and I will.
We're not literally tripping though. We are stone cold sober. We're not even Java wasted.
No, we aren't even Java wasted.
We're
maybe I'm like bicycle wasted from trying to ride the bicycle that we had to take to get here.
Well, and that's a good thing to know in Puerto Morelos because people should come here. It's a really great place, and you can take the train. The train's like behind us.
Well, that's an opinion. We're not going to too many opinions.
Well, I like Puerto Morelos.
I know, I like Puerto Morelos too.
But anybody who wants to come here has to go. You basically like there's this massive, not massive, but it's like 10 minutes bike ride. It'd be like a 5-minute drive. What, maybe an hour walk? We never walked it actually.
Yeah, we've never walked it.
We talk about it, but
I know it's just a lot of cars for the walking.
And it's just whoosh, and weirdly enough, people pass on that road, even though like there's nothing to hurry up to, because then you just get to Puerto Morelos, and it kind of like that's called Portside over there, and you get a little jammed up over there.
Yeah.
But people pass. I don't know what's going on out there. I saw about 10 vehicles pass there.
Wow, I was too focused on trying not to die while riding my bike.
Well, on that note, I think there was a couple of memorials for people and stuff, and it's one of those roads. You're like, really? Like, what are we doing here on this road? But anyway, so there's a big difference between La Colonia and you know, or Portside, or Puerto as the locals call it.
Yeah.
And over in Puerto, it's all condos and stuff. And then this is kind of why Liesl in particular wanted to do this walk.
I did, because when we were first here, I kind of was like, oh, I don't know how interesting it is, and that's just my opinion. I didn't necessarily. But now that we've been other places and seen other things, it's actually quite fascinating, these row houses along here.
And that's why I want to show you this, because there's about 7 blocks of this, maybe 8, to the centro where the main plaza is of La Colonia.
Yeah, and I decided to start on this one because I wanted to give a bit of the taste of the jungle.
Well, and she loves tropical plants.
I do.
Because look at those tropical plants. These are the ones that you have in your houses, a lot of people in Can America.
Oh my gosh, there was ones in the mangrove with the walkumentary we did the other day that like they were huge. They were like 3 stories high, it felt like. And I feel like at home I have a tiny little house plant that's the same plant. Yeah. Only these were like these massive mangrovey things.
Well, and even ficus trees, like, you know, you have little ficus plants and things of various sizes in our houses. And there's one right there. It's a full tree.
Yeah, which is it?
And they're beautiful.
Like
it's
the
back
one
there.
in front
But
of us?
these are all. They can all see them.
Yeah. They're a lot.
And because normally what we did with our walkumentaries, walking documentaries and bad portmanteaus, that's also why we have WaTalking. We came up with that, pretty smart.
Yeah, because being middle-agers, well, maybe just us. Maybe it's not has nothing to do with our middle age, but we like bad portmanteaus or good portmanteaus.
Depending how you look at it.
Just in general, portmanteaus are a good time.
And a capital T, by the way, WaTalking.
WaTalking.
So then we're walking the talk, we're talking the walk.
Yeah, we're
walking while we're talking,
and
we're talking while we're walking.
Yeah. And now you're coming with us while we talk and do some walking and
so
talking.
Normally the majority, we're still going to do things where we don't talk.
Yes.
Other than when we're doing our rom-coms and we're talking about romantic comedy movies.
That's right.
But normally we just like presenting things without an opinion. And
We
like
do.
Liesl said, even while we're walking now, we're not going to give too many opinions.
No, because there's so many opinions on the internet. Oh my God.
Opinions are like mouths, everybody's got one.
Everyone's got one, and
I
there's
assume
so
most
many
people
opinions, and that's great. But I really like to encourage critical thinking, and I really like to just show things, and people can come up with their own opinions. Speaking of which, looks like we're coming across a little gallery here.
Well, and this is why we like coming here, because I bet you nobody's ever shot a walking video here.
Yeah. Yeah, quite possibly. That's part of our middle-agedness.
Look at this.
Because it's beautiful. Hola, señor. ¿Cómo está? Buenas
tardes.
tardes. Your art's beautiful.
So arte es magnífico.
Do you want to wave, say hi, say your name?
Mi nombre es Mario Castelló.
Okay. And you?
Hola a todos.
Hola.
Yo hago estas pinturas con mi hijo aquí.
Okay. Well, gracias, señor. Here you go. There's a card in case you want to check this out. Yeah. Buen día.
Tengan un bonito día.
Gracias.
Hasta luego.
Hasta
Que te vaya
luego.
bien.
Que te vaya bien.
Well, that was fun.
That was really fun.
What a nice fellow.
I know, he's super nice.
And Liesl can speak Spanish, just in case anybody's wondering.
Okay, I can
But sometimes she hits these moments. And
Yeah, but also you're going to realize that I have a hard time just even speaking English.
Well, you're doing great.
Well, like words come, I don't even,
I heard
So
them.
trying to Spanish also is, but Jeffrey, you're great. You do
Well,
such a good job.
But I,
And I'm trying.
And I try to challenge Liesl when we're going up and speaking to Spanish-speaking people to at least.
I do, because
Go
you know
for
what,
it.
they do like it when you try, and I like trying, and I don't care if I look a fool about it.
Yeah.
I would rather just try and get better at it and respect that I'm in their country, so
Yeah.
absolutely. Oh my gosh, what are we coming across here now?
Well, this is that road that has kind of the commercial
Yes.
things on it, and it's a major thoroughfare
Yeah, let's give a little shot.
running north-south, and it basically runs parallel with the highway over there. So on the other side of those trees
Yeah.
is the massive highway.
Ah, and the
4
other
lanes.
thing I want to point out, as you can probably see, is all the puddles. It has been raining in Puerto Morelos. And when we were here last time, I think we got a little bit of rain. This is an OXO, by the way.
I couldn't hear you, by the way. that last
Oh,
bit.
just that we got a little bit of rain. But this time we've definitely, it's been stormier, it's been rainier. And like when it rains, it means it. You know, it's not just like, hey, I'm just sprinkling throughout the day. It kind of does this where it gets like hot and muggy, and ooh, when I turn down here, you'll be able to see the dark clouds. And then sometimes those dark clouds roll in, and when it rains, it means it goes. It's like, look at me, I'm raining.
For those of us who were born in places like Vancouver, it's, you know, I mean, it's pretty similar. What are you talking about?
I think it rains harder.
I mean, I've been in some hard rains in Vancouver.
Okay,
and I'm
but
sure-
maybe for not as long sometimes. Like Vancouver will just be
thought
like,
we were
I'm
gonna have
raining all
opinions.
day. I know that's my opinion. It's no opinion. No, that's not okay. I don't even know. Okay, fair.
And
Super fair. It's our first time.
mainly-
bear with us on our first time.
You're very apologetic, very
I
Canadian.
know, so Canadian. We're looking at
Basically, what
bougainvillea.
I'm trying to say
Bougainvillea.
is that Vancouver is way colder, you see. So
Yes.
if it's raining there, unless it's summer. And,
Yes.
But I mean, if it rains here, it's really no big deal.
That's true.
And everybody's kind of fine about it. And, you know, even if you do get wet, you're still warm. And
Yeah.
You don't really care. But, you know, we did bring out plastic bags to put important things in if we need to. And
Yeah.
we rode some bikes here that were okay bikes. And can I have that opinion? Is that they're okay?
I had a challenge. That's not my opinion. That's just fact.
Yeah.
It was challenging. That's okay.
Yeah, it was an adventurous
I
ride.
just don't. We don't ride bikes that often, and so
I used to.
feel like
I used to
you-
lead bike trips.
You must get crotch calluses, and I just don't have any crotch calluses.
We're already at crotch calluses.
I think it's just important to mention with the bikes that a lot of people probably have really great crotch calluses, and so it's no big deal. But
For those
you know.
VW Beetle fans, Mexico
yeah.
is chock-a-block with them.
Chock-a-block.
They often have fun eyeballs on them and things.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty nice one. I like
That's
that one.
pretty nice. That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it might be for sale.
And we have people who listen
go.
to our talking things, especially who enjoy VW Beetles. So that one is for you. And we often try to show those. But as you can see, you know, like Lisa was saying, like you can see the weather variation here. Like on one hand, the sun's coming out above us.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, as you can see in the frame there, for those who are just listening, it is some dark clouds. And that could be here in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Or it could go completely the other way.
Yeah, completely miss us.
We've got the
had that happen.
zopilotes circling us, the vultures. So
Oh, yeah.
it's very ominous right
Yeah,
now.
well, it's really big sky in the Yucatan. And the weather patterns, I mean, I don't know if they've been right really once. Maybe sometimes when they're like, it's going to be sunny, you're like, okay, maybe it's going to be sunny.
Well, we say that the precipitation map that we often look at on the devices often look like an acid trip.
It does.
You know, and again, we're totally sober right now. But you definitely look at it and you're like, what is that? How am I supposed to make a prediction off of that in the slightest? And so I think even the Cylons, or the machines, are confused also by the Puerto Morelos weather.
Yes, if you're ever wondering, we call AI and that kind of thing Cylons because we are from a time of watching Battlestar Galactica. So if you were in the know with Battlestar Galactica.
Both versions, the remake and the original.
Oh my God.
Liesel's a big fan of both.
I was. When I was little, I had such a crush on Starbuck. If you know, you know.
Well, and I had more of a crush on the latter Starbuck.
Yeah, also, I mean, yeah, she was hot also.
So we're allowed those opinions, right?
Oh,
That's allowed.
I mean, those are like our inner opinions, I feel like. It's not like some outer opinion about something.
There's a difference between an inner opinion and an outer opinion?
I don't know, man.
No, I like that, though. I think I could spoil it. Yeah, you can go in the comments. Are there inner opinions and outer opinions? And what's really neat, though, about these row houses is that, like, again, this is very common in this whole area. So a 10-minute walk from here, 5-minute walk, even you've got pools, you've got gated communities, you've got people living in manicured lawns and things. But this is where the locals live, and you know, we figure probably a lot of workers maybe who go across to port side more, but it's really neat in here. And each one, even though you can see there's a uniformity to the architecture, they're all really distinct.
Yeah, they are. And
everybody puts their own individual stamp on them.
Yeah.
It'd be a nice place to live. I mean, there's fruterias all around here.
Oh, yeah.
There's lavanderias, there's pastelerias.
Yeah, totally.
Lisa's got lists. She's looking at things. Let's go.
I just have a little note.
What do you got on there?
Okay, because when we did our last, what did we call an outlier? Because YouTube wants you to have an outlier video about YouTube, because when you talk about YouTube, the Cylons on YouTube get really excited about YouTube. Yeah. So if you YouTube a lot, they're like, oh,
hashtag YouTube growth.
Hashtag YouTube growth. Hashtag YouTube.
There's a lot of things that we don't do. We purposely, and if I may just quick, one of our favorite places in Portside is Juan's, what is it called again? Almendro? Antojitos Almendro.
Yeah.
And he is a wonderful fellow, by the way. And,
Juan is a delight,
Antojitos are the traditional Mexican snack food as much as anything, but they're meals for us. I mean, we find there's plenty. But he was saying to us just yesterday that he makes decisions for his business that are based on what he likes to cook and what he likes to eat himself and what makes him feel good. And I was like, that's a perfect metaphor. We said him that too, and he agreed there. We make decisions that work for us. And so putting your face, for instance, on camera, using the Cylons to write all your everythings and decide where to go, or even just going to tourist hotspots.
Yeah, just only the tourist hotspots, exactly. Like I agree. I feel like most YouTube walking tour people aren't necessarily going to show you this.
Yeah, and so that's part of, I think that's where Liesel's going to go with her notes here, is like we like doing different things than people, and we like making choices that work for us, and like Juan's food that make us feel good.
Well, and we're creative people, and so I like thinking out of the box, and I like being creative, and I like coming up with new and different things, and just because the Cylons tell me to do one thing doesn't mean that I want to do that.
And if we listen to the Cylons with everything, we're all just going to be Cylons.
Exactly.
And think like Cylons and be Cylons.
So I like having new ideas, like our walkumentaries, right? It's not a walking tour. There's a lot of walking tours out there, and they're great. I like watching walking tours. That's part of the reason why we started doing this channel. But I feel like what we're doing is less of a walking tour and more of a walking documentary. So we're, oh, hello, Perro.
Oh.
So we're not so much like, here, go here, eat this.
Hola, perrito.
Hola. We're more just showing it as it is. Hola, señor. Like this fruteria is a delight. Hola, hola, buenas.
One of the aforementioned fruterias. And again, look at all this produce, and it's so reasonable. You got all these Really affordable groceries. It's a wonderful word, groceries. It's an old-fashioned word.
It's a beautiful word.
Abarrotes
People
in Espanol.
use it. Different people use it. Yeah. They have great abarrotes.
This is a great salon. There's good lavenderia around here, like we said, that we use.
Yeah. So basically, back to my notes.
Yeah.
So
That's
the
why we have
reason
notes.
that I wrote notes is because that last video, I feel like I forgot to mention things, and so I wanted to make sure I mentioned them in this video. And we're doing a good job.
Well, and by the way, on our outlier video, we're actually doing an experiment. We're actually, for those who'll see, we used a Cylon thumbnail.
We did.
And we actually did some Cylon things, and just to actually do an
did.
experiment to see if it actually makes a difference.
Look at this puddle.
And for anybody who's done Cylon stuff, the Cylons are hilarious. The things that they
Oh
actually
my
come up
gosh.
with that they tell you to
They're
do.
so
And if
funny.
we followed their titles, we'd just be like, well, that's totally misleading our
Makes
viewers,
no
actually.
sense. Yeah.
That's not what this video is about in the slightest.
Right? Oh, we got a pedo.
Well, one thing about this area, though, there's a lot less dogs in this area than there are in other areas.
Like Z-Walkers.
And most of them are contained like this. Let's go to the other side over here,
Maybe
babe.
let's do that.
Let's go back here and then
Oh,
around,
yeah, we got to get around this puddle.
because there's a lake
Yeah, it is a bit
in the
of a
middle
lake.
of the road.
No need to walk right by the
Lago
barking.
Tortuga.
Pedos barking at us. Ooh, there they are. Can you see them?
And that's part of it for Liesl too, is like even just riding across here, you know, when you get the puddles going on, you get the cars with splashing, you get the trucks rolling by, and you get the dogs barking, and it can become a lot for Liesl. So this is nice when we do walks like this, other than the odd dog. You just get to walk, and look at how chill it is now all of a
It's
sudden
now
again.
so chill, so lovely.
And you know, people do
Puddle
say
is
that
a
about the
lake.
Yucatan. A lot of the locals are very proud about how tranquilo it is here. And in the whole area we've been to for the most part. And that's part of the reason, along with the Maya train, that we came here, is because
Yes.
people are really nice and it's really
Yeah.
relaxed. And
Yeah,
they're very proud of their place.
Yeah.
Let's hit those notes. What else we got?
I know, right?
What else we got? We got
Okay,
notes.
one of the things that I wanted to mention is on all the YouTube everythings, they say that at the beginning they just want you to have a hook and just, you know, like get people.
Beginning of your video, yeah.
Beginning of your video, have a hook and hook people in. But we make walkumentaries, and so it's not so much this thing of like, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Shimanu, which maybe these are a little bit more, but
Well, and the Cylons really want us to do,
Oh, they
like, you
want
need to
us.
edit it and show us the greatest hits of what your walk is.
oh yeah,
and-
they want us to show like these are the
Boom,
things that we
boom,
saw,
boom.
and people do that, and that's great. But then I'm like, now you've seen all the best parts, and not only that, but now whoever's made that video has decided what they think are the best parts to show you.
Editorial
I don't
opinions.
know, right? Editorial opinion. I don't want to make that editorial opinion. I want you to decide on your own. Look at these little.
But we do kind of do that
gapples.
by the way we start and where we choose to walk. So that's where we make those decisions.
For sure,
You're getting the cats eating garbage.
they are. But they're so cute.
They're so cute eating garbage.
Yeah, but they're cute little gatos. Hola. Oh, I still haven't gotten to my notes. Okay, almost
That's
there.
why we have notes that we, you know, so
Right.
you remember them and come back to them.
Ooh, careful there.
Trick or train.
Just tricky train. So we begin all our walkumentaries with a 360, which the Cylons and all the things tell us is not the thing to do. However, when I am going on a walk or an adventure walk, I like to take a look at what's around me. I don't just drop into a place and go, now I walk straight forward and off I go. I like to, you know, what's around me, what's behind me, what's going on. Check out the scene for a minute. So that is why we do our trademark 360 degrees, even though the Cylons and all the everybody's are like, it's not the thing to do. We're like, yeah,
This
well,
kid dribbling a soccer ball. I love that about Mexico.
yeah,
Showing dedication to the deporte.
right?
Well, and we also don't put music in front of our thing, which I think is really key because a lot of people also put some. Buenas. A lot of people put music that just isn't that appropriate necessarily to where you are, and you know, music is people have a lot of opinions about music, and
Yeah,
so that's part of it. Is we really like having the raw sound,
yes.
and
Because
you
then
know,
you can form your own opinion about what you're hearing and you
Yeah.
know, how that makes you feel. Exactly. So
that's kind of like our car.
yeah, so the 360, that was a big thing.
Got it.
I had
We
on
got
my
through
note.
that one, yes.
Yeah, we got through that one. First time not used to talking before we started.
We have talked.
I
Though,
know, I know,
on the camera.
I know, but just not the same way with the WaTalking.
Not WaTalking.
No.
Yeah.
This is right?
Yeah.
So before we started, this is what I said to Jeffrey. I said, just pretend we're being ourselves.
Yeah, just pretend we're being us. I was like, I think I can do that.
Just pretend.
I think I can pretend that we're being us.
I don't know. It's actually harder to pretend you're being you.
I'm finding it pretty easy, but I hear you.
Why am I so like, what's even
Well,
happening?
and we used to be in theater, and often that was one of my least favorite notes, was the directors would be like, just be yourself. It's just like, what are you talking about? Like, you be yourself. Like, what does that mean?
Oh, that's funny. I think that was it.
Well, that's our notes? We had one note?
I think so.
You got more
Well,
on
no,
that.
it was like just not all about opinions. We can make them yourself, and also the feedback that people thought we were delightful and wanted to hear us speaking. So
Yeah.
we listened. We take feedback.
But there are people, we've gotten it multiple times, comments
Yes.
from people who appreciate the fact that we don't share our opinions and we just present it the way
and that we
it
don't
is.
talk either.
Yeah, and then they get to watch it and
Right.
just feel like they're there, right? You actually get to feel like it's
Right.
a cinematic decision where it's like,
Yes.
well, then you get to feel like you're in our footsteps.
Right.
Because with us talking, you know that you're not us. We know that we're us and we're pretending to be us. But,
Yes.
ooh, look at that aberrotes.
I know, it's a little aberrotes right
And see,
there.
again, these are things that Canada needs. We should be able to have little tiendas, stores like this.
So we're not in a food wasteland. I bet they have Peñafiel in there, my favorite.
For instance, a town that we've spent a lot of time in our lives, I was going to say earlier, has valleys and mountains and is opposite of big sky country in a lot of ways, which is why it's refreshing to be here. But in this whole entire area, there must be thousands of people who live in this one neighborhood, and there's one store, one.
Right.
And it's not the cheapest either,
Right.
you know, compared to what it could be.
Yeah.
And people say this, that, and the other thing, oh, Canada this and Mexico that, but Mexico, they just have food everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
you can usually find it if you're looking for it.
Yeah, I don't like being in a food wasteland for sure, especially traveling, because we carry a certain amount of food on us, but not like, you don't want too much heaviness of food. So when you arrive somewhere, I kind of want things to be somewhat nearby.
Well, and you never know when you want a Peñafiel margarita pop
That's right. But
or
now I just
queso chips.
I just carry a cup of soup.
At least she has a cup of soup.
Well, at least you have a cup of soup.
Shout out to the person who knows the joke about that.
Shout out to that person.
From Holbox.
From Holbox.
Holbox.
At least you got a cup of soup, because, you know, you just eat your cup of soup. Okay, we're coming back to the busy road here. We're going to keep winding a little bit more. We're going to go back down.
Well, I think one of the
Otherwise,
things you were going to
streets.
mention was the idea of us.
Hello. Hello.
Buenas. Us just, you know, giving the feel of like what it's like to walk with us as if we weren't shooting, and
Right.
often
Oh,
whether we're
yes.
pre-scouting a walk or, you know, looking at where we're going to walk, or whether we're just walking to a walk that we're going to do, or whether just that day we're not shooting and we're going somewhere, giving you that idea of what it's like to just be with us. And it's a bit contradictory in a way, but what we're trying to do is show you something we call a Mitty.
Yes.
And it's a shout out to The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, which was got mixed reviews when it came out.
Okay, but
What's
mainly
happening?
tell the story.
I just did. I'm telling the story.
Okay, good. Keep telling the story. Oh, here's that coffee place. Here's that coffee art place.
Yeah, I like that color. It's a nice
That's
color.
such a good color. Oh,
One of
my
our favorite
God.
colors, magenta. There you go.
Oh,
They know.
I love it.
They based the whole thing on the
Oh
color.
my God, I am
Dig
just
that.
like, oh, that
I like
color.
that, naming your business after
With
a
the
color.
plants in front of it. Look at how cute that is. Oh my
Because our godson, he likes talking about color, so there you go. He could
Yeah.
enjoy
And then
that
we've
one.
got
Shout
this
out to the
beautiful
godson.
yellow right beside it as well. Look at that with the plants. Lovely.
And so in this
Ooh,
case,
and look at the bougainvillea coming up. Anyway. go
spoiler
on.
alert.
Spoiler alert,
for
spoiler.
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. It's been
Yeah.
out a while. It's Ben Stiller.
Totally.
He directed, wrote it.
Yeah.
Wrote it. And the idea is that sometimes it's better not to photograph things.
Right.
And so that's why it's contradictory.
To
'Cause
just
we
be
are
in the
photographing
moment
things.
with what you're doing and with what's going on. And
Yeah.
we have Mitty moments where, you know, it's like, oh, that would have been really cool to share with everybody, but, you know, the camera wasn't out and that's not what we were doing. And so we just have a Mitty moment.
And so if you've seen the movie or not, but it involves a snow leopard and Sean Penn is the big moment in the
and the
Himalayas.
snow leopard is not Madonna. So.
And then they end up playing footy on the foot plains of wherever they are, and it's lovely. But I think maybe what Lisa wanted to tell me was the time we watched it. Is that the story? What's the story? Okay.
The time we watched it, like, because we haven't actually watched
Well,
I mean, we've watched the movie, kind of.
Yeah, but we haven't watched it again. We only watched it the one time, and it was actually really neat because that was magenta.
I know. Look at.
I wonder if he's from magenta.
Right? His purple, so cool. With the green right there.
And we call these dog skulls, by the way. We got
Oh,
a
yeah,
dog
we got a
skull
dog
and run right
skull
towards,
coming
and they usually run right towards Liesel. So
Yeah, they
let's
do.
see
Yeah,
if that does
there's
so.
some bark at me.
Yeah, see, they somehow
but
know.
I know.
It's amazing.
I know.
That
Dogs
one,
and babies.
That one sought you out.
It happens.
Yeah, they're like heat-seeking missiles
Oh,
sometimes.
now they're all excited.
And then I predicted that. That's why I called them dog skulls. I let Liesl know. It's like, oh, here they come.
Look at this pretty little garden with the...
So when we watched it we were going from Tulum, and there are opinions out there on Tulum.
A lot of opinions on Tulum.
You can
Hola,
check them out, but
Paris.
there's kind of a consensus that Tulum used to be better. We've heard that opinion a lot.
Yeah.
We've only been here recently, so we can't comment on what it used to be like.
No.
But we were going from Tulum to Cancun last year at the end of our trip, and we were on the Adeo, and we were sitting up front, so Liesl can at least feel somewhat okay. But then you never know if the guy's going to pull the blind down or not on the front of his windshield, and often they do it and you're like, I don't know, he can't see, I can't see, like, can anybody see? But meaning then all of a sudden now Liesl can't see the road ahead of her, and
So
it
I just
becomes
gotta kind of watch the tiny little bit of road that's in front of me, or try and look over where the driver is kind of looking.
not to lean away, and if she's in the second or third row, it's not as good, and then so again, on the train, that doesn't happen. We don't have to deal with any of that.
I just want to say, too, in case anybody's like, just take some drugs, just take some motion sickness drugs. I am a sensitive being, and I am pretty much allergic to most of the motion sickness drugs, so thank you.
And, these are things in middle age, they become more pronounced. I can vouch for Liesl. In 1997, we traveled around Central America way back in the day and got a taste for this that we actually, I don't know if we ever recovered from, because now we're having to duplicate that. But she rode a lot of those chicken buses, as people call them.
I did, and I did so good. And I think it was only one time I had to make the bus driver pull over so that I could throw up on the side of the road.
And that was just a short, windy trip in the middle of the jungle.
Everybody
but you went sometimes hours and hours.
It's true. Sometimes
there'd be crammed in there, and your head would be stuck under somebody's armpit or something.
That armpit ride, that was a memorable ride. That guy, me and his armpit, we had a time together.
So she has done her fair share, and mainly that's the thing about the Mitty. In addition to the snow leopard Sean Penn moment, it's also that idea of, I think the rain's coming, by the way. Just,
I know.
We do have umbrellas.
Yeah, we do have umbrellas.
But it's that idea of going for it. It's better to experience life. And Walter Mitty is a developer, film developer for Life magazine, and it's at the point where it goes digital. And so, which relates to our photography and everything, but it's that thing of he realizes he only experienced everything through images and secondhand. And obviously we do these videos for a lot of people who can't see places, and that's what I was going to say earlier is people coming, we show Zihuatanejo neighborhoods, for instance, and we have people say, I'm so glad you shot these because I can't get there, and I haven't been there in 20 years, but this is where I grew up, this is where my family is, so they're so happy. And there are also people like Liesl at one point in her life who, she couldn't walk there for a bit, or at least get out as much as she wanted to.
Yep.
And that's where the walking videos really gave her that outlet.
Yes.
And let her get out and see things.
Yes.
So a Walter Mitty who is stuck in the basement all the time, he realized I need to be out there like Sean Penn. And again, people have opinions about Sean Penn. I'll let you. Even Ben Stiller too, for that matter. Everybody's got an opinion about everything.
I mean, that's the thing.
And Kristen Wiig.
I know. Now we're talking. They're going to have more opinions about us too. So
have your opinions. Whatever your opinions are. C'est la vie. You're entitled to them. Yeah. And that idea, though, of living life and being out there and doing the thing. And so that's what we're doing now. So then when we were going from Tulum to Cancun, we're on the front of the bus, and there's Walter Mitty comes up, and anybody who's seen movies on those things, they kind of like drop down a screen from the roof, or there's one TV or whatever. And often they're like doing some video where there's like machine guns and
we're
just trying to drive, just driving along. You're like, okay.
Oh, there's the beach beat.
So Walter Mitty was really nice. Even though we have a copyright, we'll erase that. So if you're wondering what we're talking about, there's no music.
Maybe not because we're talking. Maybe we won't get a copyright because we're talking over it. Yeah, experiment.
And so I was able to watch the video a little more than Liesl of the Secret Life of Walter Mitty. But it was dubbed in Spanish, and it was also showing Spanish subtitles, and I wasn't able to really hear it. So I was basically just reading the Spanish subtitles, which I do pretty well with. But it definitely inhibited my knowledge or ability to watch the movie. And but you get the gist. Anybody who's seen that movie, but when you're driving on the highway too, you're like, oh God, the bus is passing here. I got to focus for a second, or that's some weird all-inclusive that's got like a massive pool out in front that nobody even swims in. It's like a fountain that's got like a zillion gallons.
guy's doing a mural.
Speaking of art, speaking of experience.
So it was quite the experience watching the Mitty.
And it was perfect to experience it in that thing. And I realized that that's, I don't know Ben Spiller, but I'm pretty sure that that's exactly what he would want. And he would get that here we were doing adventurous things and taking risks. And, you know, we're in our early 50s now. And we did a lot of like being in the basement and just developing photographs previously, in the sense of we spent a lot of time in that valley mountain town. Whoa, she just told him to go and she almost started an accident.
Which normally we don't get to talk about on the videos, but here we do. I just was watching this guy paint for a moment because it's kind of fun. Yeah.
I don't know, yeah.
That was it? Oh, okay. Yeah, so we think Walter Mitty would like that what we're up to. And the whole idea is that even though technically it's not a Mitty because we're actually recording it, is to give that feel of when we are doing a Mitty walk ourselves, because sometimes we don't shoot everything. Sometimes
I couldn't hear that because the motorbike. What was the last bit?
Well, we don't shoot everything. Sometimes we like just going on a Mitty and just taking it in and being able to hang out with each other and experience what's going on.
And ultimately, we value those as much as anything.
And I think coming up, we're going to be in a lot of places that we've never been before, and we're only spending so much time. So it'll be kind of nice to be able to chat with each other while we're walking, basically.
In the places when we're not filming.
No, when we are filming, just as a new,
I see what
as
you're
a
saying.
new thing for us.
And we're going to do this
WaTalkings.
about once a week.
Yes.
It's usually going to be Thursdays for those who like the talking.
Ooh, look at this mural. Yeah, and otherwise we will have our regular scheduled. Ooh, I'm going to shoot this mural because it's very cool. Our regularly scheduled walkumentaries. Oh, there's a little parrot going to wash in there. Look at this stag.
For those wondering, we're at the intersection of Venado and Timón. Timón is the road that runs right through the main part of La Colonia.
Yeah.
And Venado is deer. And anybody, I don't know why this popped in my head, but it always makes me think of it, is when we were invited to lead, there's one of the most amazing places, if you're ever there, it's Casa de los Venados, so the House of the Deer. And it's a place that has, I think, 40,000 pieces of Mexican folk art.
It was amazing. It was really, really cool. Okay, babe, I think the storm's rolling in. I think we gotta wrap up this little beautiful first Mitty walk that we had.
Turn around. I mean, it's...
Oh, I'm gonna 360 for you.
It's not really raining.
I'm gonna get to this intersection and then
We're not getting bombarded yet.
360.
It's not torrential yet.
No, but
we're
it's
still hanging in there.
It is. There's a threat.
Well,
sure.
actually, I can ask this. What time we on? I normally can't ask that.
Oh, we're currently at about 32 minutes.
Oh, that's about perfect.
Right, that's great.
Oh, there you go. You knew instinctually.
Yeah. Totally. Let's just get.
And actually, that's something we were talking about yesterday. Is we find that, so you'll see as we go through life, but we find that on day-to-day or ground-to-ground things, it's often better if we trust my instincts. And then I was saying that it's often better in a bigger picture if we follow Liesel's instincts. And that's a big reason we're here, is because, you know, she really had this passion for doing the walking videos, especially for herself being in a position where she realized the value so much of them to herself.
Yes.
When she needed them. And we know people in our lives who can't really go out related to health. Jim Robson, those Vancouver Canucks fans, he's called them shut-ins, and every game he'd give a shout-out to people in the hospital and shut-ins who couldn't come out. And I always really appreciated that on the radio, that he understood that, you know, not everybody can come to the game. And so I think this is a good place for us to wrap up, in the sense that, like, we do realize
not everybody can come to the game, and we realize how privileged we are to be here.
Yeah.
And we are very grateful to be here, and so it feels good, not right, but like, yeah, to be able to share what we're doing, where we are, what we're seeing, the adventures. And
you get to see our chemistry as we go along, because we have been married for, does Liesl know?
No.
See, that's a great thing about a relationship, is I'm the one who knows the man. And so, like, you know, we have a relationship.
20-something years.
Yeah, and so we don't follow gender rules all the time that way, you know, because normally when we, how dare you not know?
I have no idea.
But you know our anniversary day, right?
June 6th.
Yes.
Yes.
What year?
98.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, you get an idea of who we are and what we are, and you know, we both of us have strengths, and you know, we're figuring things out. And so I think that might be just kind of fun for people to follow along as we're actually walking, you know, how we interact and how things go. And
Yeah.
we enjoy ourselves, and we think we're funny. We often
do.
say that. We're like, we don't need an audience. Like,
No, we're hilarious just to ourselves.
But we have a good audience, and we're doing well on the tubes.
And we appreciate our audience so much,
Yeah.
and we appreciate it when you comment and you come back and you hit the bell icon and you like and subscribe and share. Obviously, all those things.
And the more you do it, the more it helps us do these. That's the key thing. If you tell people and you get them watching, it's all about watch hours now. So if you get people watching our stuff and putting in time, then we can keep doing this.
Yeah.
And so again, we're privileged to do this. At the same time, though, you know, we were formerly artists, and we had to pivot during the pandemic, and we make choices like Juan that work better for us.
Yeah.
So, you know, we can do this, but we're definitely not staying at all-inclusives, and we're probably staying at one of the cheapest places in Portside.
Yeah,
even
I think
though
it
it's
is.
lovely.
It is lovely.
And it's right near the beach.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a real part what we're trying to prove is you can travel with your loved one, and you can enjoy yourself, and you don't
be
need
middle-aged and have motion sickness.
And instead of spending thousands of dollars, which again, if you want to, go ahead, but thousands of dollars at it all-inclusive, whereas we can spin that around and we can spend that amount of money and we can get months, as you're going to see.
Yeah.
The plan is to do the whole Yucatan Peninsula.
Yeah.
If you just make different choices. And we've got a beautiful place, and we've said that yesterday. A couple of days ago, we walked by a bunch of all-inclusives in Puerto Morelos, and we know they're at least 500 to 1,000 a night, right? Some of those places.
Yeah, for sure.
And we were spending zero less than that in our per night, and yet we would stay at our place.
Yeah.
Just like Juan's place. He's probably the cheapest place in Portside to eat, and yet of all the places, that's where we'd eat anyway.
Yeah, that's where we did anyway. And going for our walking adventures and bringing you along with us, same thing. Yeah, we're going to do, you know, Playa del Carmen, 5th Avenue, of course, because that's, but we're going to also do the cool neighborhood that we're staying in down by Punta Esmeralda.
And show you the local areas like this one right here.
Yeah, because I wanted to say part of what we're doing as well is the world is changing, right? We all know that. It is growing, it is changing. Like the amount of things for sale and being built in Puerto Morelos and Portside is just wild. And so if we can capture and document places and moments as they are now in time, I feel like in the future it's going to be invaluable.
Well, because people are watching those old black and white things, and everybody can't believe what
and
Vancouver
everybody's
used to look like.
and everybody's so glad that somebody thought about shooting it.
And everybody talks about how Cancun was a fishing village and Tulum was a fishing village.
Right, and imagine back in the day being able to go back and do walking videos and show what it looked like as opposed to what it is now. Ooh, look at that.
And ultimately we hope to inspire you that, you know, it's doable to do this kind of traveling if you keep it reasonable. And again, we know that there are people who can't travel, and we've been in times this taxi's just going to run us over.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just going to fully run us over.
See, that was fun to be able to talk about that, because normally I'm not allowed to say that. But
Oh, do you want the door open?
oh, look at Lisa doing good deeds. She's locked in. She's directing traffic. She's opening taxis for people. Look at this multitasking.
I don't know.
Look what she's doing out here.
But then the door was locked. It didn't work. It was fine. I don't know. I just kept going. Oh my gosh.
So there you go. And then a great example is today. We have plans to shoot another video or two or three.
We do.
In La Colonia. We've done a bunch of La Colonia, and they do some of our best videos. So please check them out.
Yeah.
But there's areas we haven't done. But is it going to rain?
Is it
going to be too wet? I don't know.
I don't know.
Our bikes, the seat was falling off and the pedal fell off.
So, yeah. We'll see. The adventure continues.
And so mainly what we're doing is we're going to go get Tres Guisos. Here's the tip. We can have opinions about this,
This can be our
right?
wrap-up.
It's a good deal, Tres Guisos, right? We can say that?
I think Tres Guisos is a great deal.
Even here, it's 120 pesos, was it? 160?
I think it's 185 pesos.
Sure, 185, so Canadian dollars.
Yeah. But they
$14.
load you up.
Like, so much.
Oh my gosh.
And you get often rice and pasta, noodles.
It's so great.
And you get 3 dishes, 3 different buffet dishes.
And the funny thing is,
and it's Chinese food, by the way.
When we were first coming to Mexico, I kept saying, there's no Chinese food in Mexico. And I was like so convinced there's no Chinese food in Mexico. And then we got to Mexico, and their Chinese food is delicious, and they have a lot of great Chinese food here. So
and Canada, if you're listening, for $14, can we get 3 days? Oh, and then we share it ourselves. So that's it. 2 people, $14, and we're full. Everybody's happy. So we're gonna go get some Tres Guisos.
We're gonna get Tres Guisos.
Hopefully the rain that's now starting to increase a little bit pours itself out, and then we can get back out there and shoot the rest of La Colonia.
Yeah, that's the hope, because I don't really want to ride those bikes here again.
And we're heading out to Playa del Carmen on the Maya train in a few days.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're gonna show you the Maya train and our journey around the whole Yucatan Peninsula. We're gonna go to Palenque and Chiapas. We got some big plans. Okay.
Chetumal, Campeche,
The rain is starting
Merida.
to come, Jeffrey. I am
We're
going
gonna make
to,
it. We're gonna make
I'm in a
it.
360 up here.
We're gonna make it.
Because I like to end with the 362, unless the camera's overheating, which
Which
happened.
again, that happens. If you're gonna watch some of our more recent videos, we realize that shooting into the sun at noon, even though we've been doing this for 2 years now, conks out our camera.
But you know, we're still a baby new channel ultimately on the YouTube, and we really want this to be sustainable. We're in it for the long haul, so I don't know what my point was. Other than thank you
That was
if you
it.
made it
That's
this
your
far.
point. Point made.
Thank you so much. Please hit the like, hit the bell, hit the share, hit the subscribe, send it to a loved one.
Tell people about it. Watch it. Tell people about it. Tell people you know, and even just put it on the background.
Yeah,
helps us keep doing this thing.
It really does.
Yeah. By the way, Mexican people are like love the camera.
Yeah.
Canada, if you're listening, gets a little weirded out by cameras. I get a little weirded out by cameras.
I feel
so
like
I
they think
that.
I'm a secret agent.
Wait, didn't hear that? What?
I feel like in Canada,
Yeah.
they feel like I'm like some undercover secret agent and I'm recording them for some sort of something.
But we don't have to tell you, I said
oh,
it.
God. Oh. Yeah, seriously.
Whereas in Mexico, people often take the time.
Look
Just
at
be like,
that thing.
that's
That
the
is,
future transportation
oh my
right
God,
there.
that thing is cool. It's purple.
Let's get one of those.
Oh, that looks like a lot of fun. Better than the bikes we're on.
Just travel around Mexico in that.
I mean, I always look at things and I'm like, could I live in that? Maybe.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego, and we'll catch you next time for another WaTalking. Bye.